the history of man is marked by conflict and warfare. And in anything like that, intelligence, knowing who the other side is, where they're going, what their equipment is, has gone on really since the beginning of time. What has really changed through time is not so much spying, but rather the techniques or the technology of spying. Right now, there is the possibility of terrorists creating cells in our country. There is no mission for them right now, let's say.
These suspects have been...
And of course, in today's terrorist networks, often they create their own mission. That's one of the frightening things about dealing with terrorism. You're not dealing against a large state like the Soviet Union was. You're dealing against these disparate cells everywhere. So domestic spying has to do with trying to identify whether such cells exist.
That guy getting around the corner.
Terrorists are both using primitive means of communication, that is couriers, written messages, but they're also exploiting the computer and cell phone, anything that involves exchange of data or information. The technology of espionage, some of it is highly sophisticated. They're using it in ways that makes it very, very hard to detect that information is being transferred. Cryptography, encipherment, all of those terms are still applicable today because you have messages, information, and data being exchanged by people, and they want to do it covertly. You can buy commercial codes, certainly, on the open market now, and some of them are very, very good. Corporations are using it to exchange proprietary information, and certainly governments are using them for their communications. Even today, in the 21st century, people like me, intelligence officers, use things like dead drops to communicate with their agents or their spies. A dead drop is simply a place where something can be concealed and someone else can retrieve it. And that's when you get chalk marks on mailboxes and telephone poles and things like that. One mark means that I have loaded the dead drop. Another mark from the intelligence service might indicate that they have now emptied it and it's okay. Think of technology across the board, whether it's advances in computers, data processing, data mining, wireless technology. All of those things can have an intelligence application because you're dealing in processing of information, collecting information, massaging the information, communicating the information.